Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to flip number 30. I can't believe we're on 30 already. This is my September-October Fibonacci, and I think in a previous video I said that this was my fourth book, and it's actually my fifth book. I cannot believe that I've actually been consistent with something. And I have so enjoyed this process, so enjoyed it. I love working in it, and I love looking back at them, and I just love it. So if you like this type of illustrated journaling, you can check out the Fibonacci Journalers group on Facebook. They are growing by leaps and bounds. My goodness, I think there's almost 2,000 members. It's humongous, but everyone is just so loving and supportive on there, and it's such a great group. So anyhow, again, I tell you every single time, just in case you're new to the channel, I use altered composition books. So that's what I use. That's what I like. I like the size of it. I do glue 3 pages together, and I just had a question the other day about exactly what type of glue I use to glue the pages together. And this cover here was inspired by the lovely Cat Hand, by the way, right here on YouTube. So you can check her out and her video out on how to do this. I always put a pocket in the front, which you've seen before. And these are some pages, that I've gone through before in past things. But I glue 3 pages together with a regular old glue stick. I do not use wet glue like Elmer's glue or anything like that, or Mod Podge or anything, because that's too wet for the paper, and the paper is so thin that it'll just wrinkle like nobody's business. So I just use a glue stick. I cannot tell you how many I go through because I have no idea. It takes a lot, but I glue the 3 pages together. It makes them a little more stiff, and it prevents the bleed through when I use the microns or any other kind of pen. There's no bleed through at all. And then I go through and I washi tape all the sides just to make it look pretty. So let's get started on this flip. Where were we? Yes, here we were, right here. Okay, so on this day, it was a Saturday, and we actually stayed home. We did not go down to the Keys. Since my husband's been ill, it's kind of here or there. I mean, we try to go down there every single weekend, especially to check on things and make sure everything's going okay. But we have really great neighbors down there that live there full time, so they keep an eye on things for us, which is so sweet of them. And so, anywho, so this day here, my daughter and I went to the mall because she had been wanting to get her fall candles. She loves burning candles, especially when she's studying or something like that. And so she loves to, do seasonal candles, and she loves her fall candles. So they were on sale, and she had a coupon and all that stuff. So we went to the mall together and had some beauty queen and mama time, and so that was very nice. We got her fall candles, and of course I had to stop in at TJ Maxx because she had been there the week before, and she said, "Mom, they have Molly and Rex journals there." And I said, "Oh my heavens, I gotta go." So yeah, I added 5 Molly and Rex journals to my collection. I still have yet to figure out what I'm going to do with them because I would hate to ruin them with my handwriting. But they're just so beautiful, and I love them, and I'm just becoming a Molly and Rex journal hoarder. So, this page actually right here is a page from one of the pads. And because they sell not only the journals, but they sell pads of paper that coincide with the journals if you happen to find them. And so I have several pads, and what I did with those just a few weeks ago, I guess, 2 weeks ago, I sent out a few racks with the papers to those people that, just made comments about the Molly and Rex journals, and some of them don't have a TJ Maxx near them or in their area, and so I sent them some of the papers, and I hope that they enjoy them and can make some use out of them. And these are what they look like. I know I've showed you them before, but these are some new ones that I got, and I left the price on them this time. So at TJ Maxx, you can get them for $5.99. Now, this one here was $5.99. Weirdest thing though, I went over to the clearance aisle and I found more, and these were actually on clearance for $4.50. So, hello. I don't know why. I don't know why. They're the exact same thing, exact same journal, exact same make and everything. And some were on clearance and some weren't. I mean, I even found some of the exact same ones, like two of these, let's say. One was $5.99, this one was $4.50. Go figure. So, anyhow, but they're just so pretty. And this one says, and so the adventure begins. And inside, see, like the papers repeat, but the papers are just so pretty, and they are bound in signatures. They are sewn in signatures, and then the signatures themselves, I don't know if you can see it, but the signatures themselves are actually glued in. So I don't know how it would work as far as, like using it for a Fobonichi. I probably wouldn't, just because the papers are so colorful anyway. But they start out, and I think they have a few pages that they have like 6 pages or so. I don't know. So, and then they start repeating is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth from my brain. But they're just so pretty. The papers are so pretty. So here's like some of the papers. Stay curious. And they're lined. They're all lined. And they're all pretty papers. And this one says follow your dream. And this one has some designs on it. And I can't read that. Oh, it says, and so the adventure begins. They have that one. So pretty. And then Wanderlust. So that's pretty, and pretty handwriting. And then it starts again with Stay Curious. So yeah, they've got like 6 pages that are all different. About 6 pages that are all different. And then they start repeating. See? Repeating. Which is fine, because they're so pretty. I just love them. I wish I could find something to do with them. Besides just looking at them and drooling over them. So anyway, that was one of them. And then this was another one that I found. Look at those pretty papers. They're just so pretty. The flowers, and that one says happiness on it. This is so awkward doing it with one hand. Be happy, with those pretty pages, pretty pink pages. Create your own happiness, pretty purple pages. And happiness again, and then like I said, they just repeat, after 6 or so pages. But they're just so beautiful. So yeah. So I went there, and my daughter helped me just scrounge the entire store and all the shelves to find these. And I think I found some more pads too, which was really nice. And so I ended up getting those. And then my daughter found this really cute, I didn't bring it in here, but it's a big pad, a big thin pad of paper, and at the bottom it has quotes on the bottom, which they were so cool, and there are like 365 of them, so it's one for every day of the year. And then this right here was also inspired by Cat Hand. She inspires me a lot. So these are painted circles, and you take like music sheets, and you take acrylic paint, and you just do concentric circles in different colors, and then you take a toilet paper roll and dip it in black paint, and you stamp it on there, and then you can take some splatter paint, which I did with white, and splattered it on there. And what I do is I try to make them so that they're like 1.5 inches in diameter, because then I can put them through my Xyron and make stickers out of them. So that's cool. And then this blue here and this green right here is I think it's Tim Holtz, the Distress Stain, and I really like it a lot. The color is just beautiful. I only got 3 because that's all they had, packages of 3, and I had a coupon and everything, but I've seen them on eBay where you can get the whole set, which is like, I don't even know, 100 of them. No, I'm just kidding. But there are many. And they're for a good price. So I don't know, maybe for Christmas I'll try to get those, but I really like them. And you just, they have like a dauber on the top, and you just, all over the page, and it just comes out so pretty. So that was a whole lot of time on that page. So the weekend recap, we did stay home, and the first thing Saturday morning, oh my goodness, my husband and son were going to go out and run some errands in my son's car. So they go out there and, my son was going to get in some driving practice time with my husband as well. And so they get out to the car, and wouldn't you know it, it doesn't start. So yeah, I'm not even going to get into it. Anyway, then again, Beauty Queen and I got to spend time at the mall, and that was fun. And I'm just so glad that she still wants to spend time with her old mom. And so that's nice. It's always nice to have kid time. And then I was able to work on my Fobonichi, so I had finished gluing up the pages for October. And at this point, I just had to add the washi in. So, and then here at the bottom, this is me stressed out. I was beginning to get really, feeling really stressed out because I was going to have to drive Beauty Queen into the city to pick up her ID education card, and thankfully Grandpa was willing to do it for me. So yeah, so she got experience driving. She's never driven on the highway before, so she actually drove on the highway and everything went well and they arrived safely home and all that. So yeah, I hate, the things that I can't do anymore because of this stupid illness, but that's life. Then I found this cute little thing here. This does not look like my big handsome at all, but on the menu for the week, it's something that my husband does. He's so sweet. When he's feeling well enough, I've probably mentioned this before. On the weekends, usually on Sundays, he cooks up batches of stuff, like if he can. If it's a soup or a stew or a casserole or something like that, he cooks it up over the weekend. So he could be making like 3 meals at a time on Sunday. And then he splits them up and either freezes part of them or puts them in the fridge or whatever for the week and or for later on, excuse me. And so on the menu this week was chicken tacos, which were very good, by the way. Cabbage roll casserole, which actually turned out to be like a cabbage soup, which was really good as well. And then we had steak and lobster that my husband had caught, and baked potatoes and squash and onions. So yeah, we had a yummy, yummy menu that week. And on the back of this, oh, you can't see it. On the back of this, I just put that, I absolutely love that my big handsome loves to cook. And even if he can't eat, yeah, he's still not able to eat solid food. But he loves to cook and he lives vicariously through his cooking. And so hopefully we're going to get his issues straightened out soon so that he could eat some food. That would be nice. And then on this page here, we had schoolwork today. So yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays, I've said before, we're just very, very busy with schoolwork. So we had lots of reading and questions in biology. And then my daughter did end up going up to the city with her pawpaw to get her ID, which went off without a hitch. So that was nice. And then be thankful every day. I tried to do some different lettering, and that was the September letter at prompt. And then my hubby had his doctor's appointment, and so yeah, they agreed that more tests need to be done. And yeah, so we're still working on that. And then here, this is a letter I got from a gal. Whoops, I don't want to put addresses out there. A gal from another group that I belong to, called Crazy Island Family, I believe is the name of it. It's a Facebook group and it's for art journaling, and it's got some really great people on there as well and really great artwork. So she was so sweet. She sent everybody on the mailing list Happy Mail. I was like, holy cow, that's a lot of mail. So yeah, that was nice of her. And I hope that's not like glaring. Ugh, I just noticed that. Anyway, this was Amy's Tangle prompt, which was kind of like a lattice work. I love the way it came out, and it is super easy. I mean, it looks like so, to me, it looks so intricate and, but it's squares and lines, and I think it just came out so pretty, and everybody's came out beautifully, all their different ones that they did. And then I worked all morning on my love letter journal because I was not, if I remember correctly, I was not having a great day, so I was in bed. So I worked on my love letter journal because, as most of you know, Big Handsome sends me a daily love letter. in an email every morning when he gets to work. And so I print them all out and I glue them into a journal and I decorate the page all up pretty and everything like that so I can have a special memory of all the things that he's written to me. And then, of course, the happy mail that I received, which was really sweet. And one of the things in there was deli paper. And I've never had deli paper, so I can't wait to try that and use it on my my jelly plate that I made. So yeah, so that'll be fun. And then don't back down from challenges. That was the letter it prompt for that day. And then my favorite place is where I've never been, and that is the letter it September prompt. And then this was Wednesday, so Lynn's Whimsical Wednesday prompt was your favorite time of the day. And so I put outside of Big Handsome coming home and my gems arriving safely home from school or work. I'd have to say totally selfishly that my favorite time of day is bedtime, because I go into bed and I don't necessarily go to sleep right away. So I spend my time on my iPad and I catch up on all of my YouTube videos that I like to watch and the different people that I like to watch and the different vlogs I like to watch and, all the people on the Fobonichi group, their flip throughs I love to watch. So yeah, I catch up on all of that kind of stuff. Sometimes I read from the iPad, because I just figured out, I know I'm such a dork. I just figured out that I could, read. No, I didn't figure out that I could read. I figured out how to do it on the iPad. Yeah, I don't even ask. So yeah, so currently I'm reading The Idiot, which is really kind of slow going because it's by Dostoevsky, and it's from the 1800s. So it's, and he's Russian, and there are a lot of Russian, words in it and names, that are really long. And so yeah, it's slow going, but it's a pretty good book so far. And then I finally got time to film and post a video. Yay me! And then this day here, I'll stop probably after this page, was Spread Your Wings and Fly. That was the September letter at prompt. And it was Linda's prompt too, Linda's list at prompt, and it was community helpers. And usually, like I said, I've said this before, it's not that I don't put thought into it, but what I like to do is write about, sorry for the glare on those flowers. What I like to do is just write about the first thing that pops into my head. So I don't like to put too much thought into it, into choosing what I'm going to write about. I just write about the first thing that pops into my head, and then I think on that and write about it. And so it was about community helpers, like who those people are in your community that, help you do things like so-and-so at the market packs my groceries every week, things like that. We do live in a small town, but I don't get out very often. So there are no real people that I can think of aside from maybe my hairdresser now that I'm thinking of it. But, and we don't live in a close-knit community either. So, so that list was very short that day. And then we're also doing the Thunk Trunk, these things called Thunkets. It's questions that kind of make you go, make you think about things. And so the question was, what color is Thursday? If Thursday could be a color, what would it be? And I thought that it might be blue because it's so close to the weekend, yet it seems so far away at the same time. So, and of course that day it was raining cats and dogs. So it was certainly a blue day for me that day. So I think I'll stop there, and I thank you for joining me and listening to my ramblings. Sorry this went on for so long, but anywho, I will thank you again for sticking it out with me, and I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next flip.